We have along with us the man of the moment, Nambi Narayanan. Sir, Rocketry, the Nambi Effect, has won the Best Film Award. How do you feel? What is your first reaction?
No, I'm very happy, naturally. It's about my life. I don't think I will be able to explain it by words. It is beyond explaining by words. But at the same time, just want to recall here, when I was going through a mill of hardships. And finally, when I won the case, when the Supreme Court declared that it is a false case and even gave me compensation, I was waiting for that moment. So I wanted this story to be told to common man, particularly the children. Because why I wanted the children? Because they have to learn from this, they have to get inspired. But nobody was willing to take the film. Even some prominent people whom I approached, they were reluctant. I think one prominent person was very much for the film, and he wanted to make the film, and he almost said we will go ahead, and then he gave some dates also. But afterwards I got a message from his PA saying that that means you have to release him from this. Well, so my last hope was also gone. But why he left in the middle, I don't know. Why he left is, could be he may be afraid of something, or he may not. He must have been advised by somebody, whatever it is. But then Madhavan came, and it's like an instant liking for each other. So he listened to the story, and he knew the story before coming over here. I think he has read the books, that English book he has read. So we had spent some time together, and he has told that we are making this film. That is how it continued. Then we made the film after 1 year, because 1 year we were discussing this, because Madhavan had other appointments. This 1 year I was in Bombay explaining each and every scene. He will go in depth. Afterwards we started the shooting. It was not a very difficult shooting. Of course, inside India, whatever is supposed to happen in Trivandrum, we were shooting in Bombay. But then whatever is supposed to have happened in Paris, we did it in Paris. And USA, we did it in USA. And in Serbia, we went there. Russia, instead of Russia, we went to Serbia. So the film has come out well. But then the length was a little more, in the sense, I think it came to something like 3.5 hours. So 3.5 hours can't be shown. So they wanted to cut it down. And then some of the very interesting scenes were also cut. Finally, the product you saw. So then the COVID came. So it was almost for 1.5 to 2 years, it was put on cold storage after completing the film. And everybody was telling that why don't you release it in OTT, and then we will go ahead. He said, no, this picture must be seen in the theatre, and theatre only. So he waited, and then it was released in the theatres.
Sir, seeing Madhavan on screen, playing you, how was it when you first watched the movie, after you saw that? What were the feelings?
You see, the story and the film as well as the real story are same. So it is something like, I was seeing him, that is, I am seeing myself there. That is the whole thing. And it was, I have seen myself in some of the ISRO scenes and all. That is myself. I am not asking. Here an actor is coming as myself. But afterwards, I became routine and used to it. But I could appreciate him because every mannerism is like that of mine. That is his credit. He has observed it. And then even I asked him, nobody knows Nambi Narayanan. So why are you imitating my mannerisms? What is the big deal about it? He said, no, that is required. So that is how we shot the film, and it went through.
The movie showed most from your personal experience or your personal life, the human angle of that, more than all the other court cases and all that, and also your time in Princeton and all that. So looking back, how does it, was it really difficult to relive these memories, or it's always, or is it still fresh in your
No, actually, it is reliving only, but in a different way you look at it. In the beginning, it was a nightmare for me. I can't go to temple, I can't go to some shopping, nothing. Not only myself, my wife, my children. Then days go by. I was only going from here to the court and then coming back from the court. That's all the main. So slowly, I'm not 1 year, 1.5 years goes before the uh, Sessions Court releases the order saying that it is a false case. Then 4 years have gone by the time the Supreme Court has said it is a false case. So my job is over at that time. And by the time the media and everything were supporting me. But what happened was in the fourth year, nobody was identified as the people who fabricated the case. So I fought for another 20 years to bring these people to books. But the point I was making to answer your question is that in the process, what happened, I became immune to any sentiments because it's part of life. So you became part of it. Nothing can move you bad, nothing can make you emotional, nothing, because it's a routine. See, that is how it was going through. So
Have you spoken to Madhavan after the awards?
yeah, he is very happy. I told him there will be some people calling you. I'm giving your number to them. He said, please go ahead. So I can give you his number. You can call him. No problem. You have his number.
Yes,
I go.
yes.
Yeah,
So yesterday we were sitting here, success of Chandrayaan 3, we were celebrating or we were congratulating and you were telling that it's a big day, and today this has happened. So it's like for many years there were not much happiness and this is like multi layers coming suddenly.
Yeah. I'm happy. I think it's no doubt about it. Naturally, anybody should be happy, right? Any human being will be happy. I don't know the reaction of the people or particularly this lady asked me whether anybody called me from the movie. But I said no, but I'll tell you, nobody will call me because they will all call Madhavan because it's a movie to movie kind of relation. Maybe one or two people who are friends of mine, they might call me just for the heck of it.
One last question, sir. Now, if all these small children, youngsters, they all know Nambi Narayanan, and you have a huge fan following from that age group. So how do you see that?
I'm happy because I want these young children to be unpolluted, to come out unpolluted and then not getting into the way of. Honestly, I tell you, wherever I go in the airport and in places or hotel restaurants, I get some small crowd, and I am very happy with the youngsters. Because I know these people have no intentions, no bad. This is small chaps. They are very true to their spirit and their senses. So that way I am happy.